Blog Talk Radio. Lift off on another Tarot Today radio episode here on the Psychic Talk Network. We are a live radio show that brings you the world of tarot every week, interesting guests and topics, and of course, free tarot mini readings for our live callers in the audience. I'm your host, Dax Carlisle from the Tarot Guild, the international organization for tarot enthusiasts, students, and professionals since 2004. I'm a professional tarot advisor and numerologist. And let me bring on the other host of Tarot Today Radio, my fabulous co-host, Mary Brown. Mary is also a tarot advisor. She's a certified tarot master and crystal Reiki master. Ooh, we should get her to explain that again. Crystal Reiki. She's a producer on the Psychic Talk Radio Network and vice president of the Tarot Guild. She's our director of communications, keeping those lines of communications open with all the tarot deck and book publishers and artists and authors and all that fun stuff going on in the background so we can bring all of that to you, our audience, and members of the Tarot Guild, too. Join us over on the Tarot Guild website. It's thetarotguild.com. It's a full-featured social media networking website. Remember, Facebook went down on Monday? Yeah, we didn't go down. And we have all the same features, only it's all tarot all the time. It's free to join. Just click sign up at the top of any page. You can sign up with your LinkedIn and your Google, your Twitter, your Facebook. God, I can't even remember all the ones that are on there. Yahoo. And, of course, if you want, you can just put in your email address and a password. You can do it the old-fashioned way if you want. It's thetarotguild.com. Free to join the site. Go check it out. And we're going to bring Mary on right now. Mary Brown. Happy Saturday, Mary.
Happy Psychic Saturday, Dax, and everybody listening out there on the airwaves, right or on podcasts like Spotify and iTunes, and we are all over the place.
Yeah, we forget about that.
It's amazing, It's amazing because what's great is you can make sure you never miss an episode because you just need to subscribe to our channel. That's what you need to do. You can even do that on Blog Talk Radio as well. And join the rest of our followers. But yes, happy Psychic Saturday. I'm so excited. It's such a beautiful day here in Amarillo, Texas. What about you, Dax? How's it going in Arizona?
Oh, definitely gorgeous day today. I'm out on the patio. There's a slight breeze, but it's sunny, blue skies, not a cloud in the sky. And I'm just enjoying sitting out here and doing my favorite thing, my Saturday radio show with you.
That's
so much
my
fun.
Favorite thing, too.
Yeah. But, we always forget about that. And every once in a while I'm talking to somebody and they're asking me, what goes on with the show. And I'm like, well, it's live radio, but it becomes a podcast. And it's on Blog Talk Radio, obviously, which is, the largest live radio and podcast platform there is, believe it or not. And we're also on our website, we have an archive there. But it also gets pushed out to Google Play, iTunes, Podbean, and like 24 other podcast outlets as well. And we turn these audio-only radio shows into videos after the show and post it on our YouTube channel, which we never talk about. Yes, there's a YouTube channel, and we're going to be starting to do a lot more on the YouTube channel, In fact, I just posted a video from Michelle Arena, our Director of Education, because she's having her event on Tuesday. It's the first semi-annual tarot panel she's going to be doing, and she did this great video. I don't know if you've seen it, Mary, but it's gorgeous, and it's like it's like a banner, and then there's an opening that looks like an old-time TV screen, and there she is inside there talking. And I'm like, how did she do that? I want that technology. I want that program. That is so cool.
I'm telling you, the tech is out there and available. That my goodness, there's so many different ways, so many different apps or even online browser, that you just do through your browser kind of things that allow you to do great things now. I just have to spend a year learning how to do it probably. Hopefully not. Maybe just a month, maybe just a day. Who knows?
It's a little bit of a learning curve. Yeah. I just started learning about, posting on Instagram and LinkedIn, and, we've been doing Twitter and Facebook since 2009, but a lot of this other stuff, I just never got into it because it's a lot just to post on Twitter and Facebook. We got our radio shows. Yeah. I've got my daily reading that I do with the tarot and numerology of the day, and then, events and anything else coming up or anything else we're promoting. I put posts out. Well, now I post to Twitter. We have 2 Twitter accounts. Facebook, I post to, we have 2 Facebook groups, 2 Facebook pages, actually 3 groups if you count the Angelic Realms one, which I also post to, along with about 25 to 30 other large spiritual promoting Facebook groups. I post out to 30 of them. And then, wait a minute, I'm not done. There's LinkedIn and Instagram now. I started just this week. I started, posting a lot to LinkedIn, which I never did.
You know what I love about you sharing this with our listeners, with our audience right now, is because I can feel the energy of so many people listening in and saying, that's my life. He's talking about my life. That's what I have to do. I've got to post here. I've got to post there. I've got to write that. It's like we're all doing this, like so many of us on the planet. So for all of you out there, you have to know, we feel you. Dax especially really feels it.
Oh, yes, I do. Oh, my God. And there's other things we're only just starting to get into, like we're going to start doing lives on the groups, and we're going to have live video interviews that'll go on the YouTube channel and the website and all over the place, of course. And my first, kind of dipping my foot in the water of doing the video is this event on Tuesday. It's 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. It's the first semi-annual tarot panel with our Director of Education, Michelle Arena. And basically it's going to be with her and me. I'm a guest on the panel, and there's going to be 6 fabulous tarot readers. And these are students of hers. And we're just going to get into a candid conversation where, everything is going to be fair game. Tarot, divination, magic, prediction, getting into the nitty-gritty of things like fraud readers and, that conversation and all that kind of stuff. And I think it's 2 hours. It lasts 2 hours. The tickets are $10 to go to the event. It's only $10. And I just did an article about it on the Tarot Guild website. So if you go over to thetarotguild.com, you're going to find it under our news section and our article section, and you can RSVP through that. Plus, you can see Michela's fabulous video where she tells you all about it. So, go check that out on the Tarot Guild website, thetarotguild.com. Oh,
awesome.
You know what we forgot to mention? The
card of the day.
Well, yeah, that too. No, I'm talking about the chat room. We have the chat room open. You can always get to the chat room. Yeah, Jason's in there and Charlotte. Hi, everybody. You can get to the chat room real easy, folks. You just open a new tab in your browser. You type in chat.psychictalk.net. Chat.psychictalk.net. That'll take you right in to our chat room. And, of course, you can always find the live show on psychictalk.net that way as well. We have a chat room right there. I'm going to say hi to everybody. Hi, everyone. And, you could chat about the show, chat with us during the live show. You can even ask for a mini reading right there in the chat room. Oh, we should mention that it is open lines and mini readings all show long today. Yeah, so you want to get your spot right now. We take the calls in the order that they come in, 714-816-4628. Call into the show. As soon as you get through, press 1 on your dial pad. That puts you in the caller queue, lets us know that you want to be live on air with us, and puts you in the order that you called it. Now, don't hang up, otherwise you lose your spot and you're going to get stuck back at the bottom again. But if you're listening right now live and you're on the fence, go ahead and call in now, 714-816-4628. What did you get for the card of the day, Mary?
Well, let me tell you, and I really, something just happened, right? And the thing that just happened, I feel like when I need to ring a bell or something like ding, 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 And what that was I've been doing this thing lately, and everybody listening, think about trying this too, right? Because what happens in conversations that we have everywhere, grocery store, at home, friends, whatever, people always will say something like, and do you know what da-da-da, or guess what something. And if you are out there working on your intuition and wanting to develop it, use those opportunities because there's such learning moments. Like right now, Dax said, guess what, I forgot to mention, and I just threw a guess in there. Now, look, I was not, you might say, hey, she got it wrong. And I'm fine with that. And you should be fine with that too. You gotta, practice. So, and here's the lesson in it. I have to share this. I guessed the card of the day. So when anybody says, hey, guess what? Go ahead and guess just off the top of your head. I guessed the card of the day.
Wow.
I was wrong. He was talking about the chat room. Then I look and I have the card of the day up on my Kindle screen right in front of me. I was looking at it while he was talking, and so I said the card of the day. That was coming from me, my mind, where, what I was doing. It wasn't an intuitive hit, so to speak. So that's another thing. When you do that, hey, guess what? You guess. If you're wrong, track back to why you might be wrong, where that answer came from. And I promise you that this is a fun way to develop your own intuition and to practice and to learn how it's going to work for you. So anyways, what did I choose for the card of the day? I chose to use the Sacred Traveler Oracle Cards by Denise Lynn, beautiful artwork by Jesse Reich, and it has this great image. That's why I was staring at it. Of a boat with it looks like warriors on board the boat, but there's fog around it, and the message is fogged in. When you feel fogged in, like you're like, oh, it's just nothing's clear for me right now, the message is to go slow and take your time. Message is that. You can see that card by going to our Psychic Talk Radio Facebook group. Join the conversation. I post a card of the day in there all the time. Dax posts his daily readings, and there's just so much great stuff happening in there. So you want to go to psychictalk.net/Facebook. Join the page, like the group, and come play with us. Oh, and Dax, did you do a daily reading with everything you have going on? Were you able to take the time?
Oh, my God, there is so much going on. It's just crazy. I got to tell you guys about yesterday. But, yeah, I was able to get it up there. Actually, what I did was I did the one for today yesterday because I knew I wouldn't have time today to do it, and I didn't, But so today I'm actually working on tomorrow's daily reading. So
wow.
The entire date today reduces to that 6 vibration, and that's hearth and home, love, family, success, a return to harmony and balance after the changes and possible chaos of the number 5 that we had yesterday. It was chaotic yesterday. I could barely keep up with all the things being thrown at me, all these events happening. It hasn't been like this since, gosh, when we started bringing the Tarot Guild online back in 2009. 2009, 2010, 2011, it was hectic like it is now. And I just think it's great. I'd like giddy, like a school kid.
Me too.
I'm just like, wow, oh my God, this is so much fun. Yeah, so we got the Page of Cups coming in.
There?
Yeah, and so we got the Page of Cups coming in and the Six of Swords, and I find it interesting because I noticed that water behind the page, it's the like waves of emotion going on, right? And that those same waves are to the right of the boat in the Six of Swords, and they're moving away from that to the calm, still waters on the left and towards their goal, the shore across the water, the body of water there, And so making steady progress and smooth sailing ahead, calming the waters down, the emotional disturbance, so that you're able to get to your goal. And the message here is to always be learning. And this is especially true if you're an aspiring tarot professional, or if you've been doing this for 30 or 40 years. Those of us that have know that the journey never ends, right, Mary?
Absolutely. And that is the thing, be a lifelong pursuit. And I like that.
I'm always learning, and just as an example, I've had tarot masters that have, been doing it for like 30, 40 years, and they've enrolled in my course and discovered connections to numerology and sacred geometry that they weren't even aware of. So
wow.
There's a good example for you. And, that's one of the reasons I love tarot, because it's always, there's new connections, new information, new insights, new decks coming out. Mary and I were talking. I was on Kickstarter for this one that I'm going to tell you about in just a second. Was yet another thing that happened yesterday. And I looked, and there's like 970 some Kickstarter projects that are tarot decks, almost 1,000 tarot deck projects. It's like, you've got to be kidding me. It's like, oh my God. Wow. Yep. Oh, and by the way, some of the best learning for tarot doesn't have anything to do with new tarot skills at all. It's learning life skills. So,
Yes.
when I say the message is always be learning, it's not just learning the ins and outs of tarot, the cards, new decks, new spreads, techniques, things like that. It's also developing your life skills, because that's what's going to help you with working with your clients. We've been recommending for the last 17 years of the Tarot Guild to our members to take a life coaching course and get certified as a life coach. And you can specialize too. There's business coaching, there's relationship coaching, self-confidence coaching, life optimization. Oh, law of attraction coaching. There you go. You can learn techniques of emotional freedom techniques, EFT, neurolinguistics, NLP, Reiki, angel Reiki, hypnosis. There's a lot of skills and techniques you can put into your tarot tool bag. So when I say the message is about always be learning, it goes way beyond the tarot, to really be a great tarot advisor. I like to use the word tarot advisor versus tarot reader, because tarot reader, although we use that term all the time, still, to me, today's tarot professional goes so far past just reading the cards, Mary.
Absolutely. And I think often, what makes somebody a good advisor, or just to be in the ability to give good advice, whatever they call themselves, right, is not only to keep learning like you're talking about, which is, amen. Preach it, I receive it. Yes, you couldn't say anything more important, I don't think. But also, I would add, also learn the lessons in your life, because you're going through a lot of things in your life that the people that are coming for advice are going through as well. And maybe you've gone through things. And so, also, the self-examine life, come on. That's hugely informative as well. So, yeah, always learn. I love it. I love that message.
Great. Absolutely. And by the way, you can check out the whole article under articles, of course, on the Tarot Guild website, thetarotguild.com. You can even type in thetarotguild.com/articles and just look for Always Be Learning the Tarot Numerology for Saturday, October 9th, 2021. Click on that, and I'm going to pop that in the chat room right now, too, the link to it. And you can check out the whole article. And also, I give, at the end, I give a whole bunch of links to suggested learning for tarot professionals. A lot of great stuff. And none of it is expensive. All kinds of great courses on neurolinguistics and hypnosis, self-esteem for children. Maybe you want to really niche down into a specific thing that you do. Life coaching, business coaching, relationships, self-confidence, life optimization, law of attraction. There's UC Reiki. There's Sharona's Angel Reiki course. I linked to that as well. Emotional freedom technique. All kinds of great stuff you can check out under articles there on thetarotguild.com. So go check that out. A couple things before we go to shows. I can't talk today. A couple things before we go to the calls. I just noticed in the chat room that Jason said he's got a brand new tarot deck, 1001 Nights.
Oh,
Tarot
wow.
of 1001 Nights. Yeah.
I am so jealous, Jason. That is such a beautiful deck. I have looked at it. I'm trying to discipline myself in my deck collecting
It'll never happen.
mania. It'll never happen. But yeah, that's one that's been on my list for a while. I'm jelly, but then I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy for him. I know he had been wanting that deck and thinking about it. Should I get it? Should I get it? And I'm like, go do it. You're asking the wrong person
so
if you're
style.
looking. Yeah.
He said it's so his style, you know. And it dates back to 2005, it says on Amazon. So long time. Yeah. Speaking of gorgeous decks, so that was another thing that happened yesterday. Yesterday was World Octopus Day. Who knew? But October Octopus, yeah, it kind of makes sense, right? So one of our Tarot Guild members, Luna Charlotte, she's an artist, and she just launched, I think it's her first deck. I'm not sure. I messaged her to ask and confirm, but she launched her Kickstarter yesterday for her Octopus Tarot deck. And there's also a playing cards version, too. If you're not into tarot, you can just get the playing cards version. But it's the Octopus Tarot, and you can find it on the website. Go to thetarotguild.com, and under articles, scroll down and look for my article on the Octopus Tarot. Also, another thing to make things easier for everybody, there's a search box on every page of the website at the top. You could just type into the search box, and that article will pop up if that makes it easier for you. And the Kickstarter just launched. She's got another 28 days. You know, they do 31 days on these Kickstarter projects to raise the funds, and she already surpassed her goal of pledges and has 400 and something, almost 500 backers in a 24-hour period. Unbelievable. Well, that's how gorgeous this deck is.
It is, because I was reading everything you were letting everybody know about it, and I was thinking like, am I really into octopuses? Have I ever thought about octopuses? Not really often,
that's what I was thinking.
Not so much. And then I looked. I went to the link you sent me, the one you posted everywhere. I looked, and wow. And I am all on board with the octopuses right now, because that is just beautiful.
It's really gorgeous, and I think the one that she's doing on Kickstarter is actually the black and white hand drawings that she did, and she hasn't even gotten to the color version yet. This is just for the original deck, and then she's going to come out with this colored version of it as well. But just the black and white line drawings are fantastic, and that's the one that everybody's already pledging to. Wait, I want to look that up real quick. And by the way, she's going to be a guest of ours. We're going to do a video interview so she can show some pictures and so forth. Let's see, octopus. I'm doing the same thing I just said. I'm searching octopus on our website here. There it is. World Octopuss launch, because I want to click on the Kickstarter link on that article and go over to the Kickstarter here and see where we're at here. Okay, 28 days to go. She has 454 backers and already pledged $19,131, almost $20,000 pledged already on this. And she was only asking for a goal of just shy of 10,000, and she's more than doubled it. So I mean, that's just fantastic. Good for her. Can't wait to have her on the show. In 24 hours, just unbelievable. Go out and grab it. Oh, by the way, the pricing that's on the Kickstarter right now is an early bird special. It's only 48 hours. We got 24 hours left, or maybe less than 24 hours. So go over to the article on the Tarot Guild site and go over to the Kickstarter. And if you want that deck, grab it now, because the prices are actually going to go up in about 24 hours or 20 hours or something like that. Anyway, so yeah, there's Michela's event on Tuesday, World Octopus Day, the Kickstarter launch for the Octopus Tarot. All these things happening. It's just absolutely phenomenal. We reworked the premium membership to the Guild as well. It's now $1 a month. I kid you not, folks, $1 a month. You could join the website, thetarotguild.com, for free, just like you can join Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or whatever free, and use all the features, the friending, and you get your own customizable profile on there. You can direct message people. There's a chat room. There's forums. There's group. It's just like all the social media websites out there, and it's 100% free to use it. But we do have a premium membership that's now only $12, and you get a host of benefits. Just Guild on any page in the quick links, and check that out. I don't even have time to read off all of the benefits that you get, but just off the top of my head, I know you get 33% off my course if you want to take my tarot and numerology course. It qualifies you for certification by becoming a member, and if you are a professional and want to become a professional, we're going to spotlight you, feature you. We're going to do featured video interviews with you, bring you on the radio show. There's a ton of benefits that you get. You get a custom URL to your page on the Tarot Guild website. Let's say you're just starting out as a professional reader and you haven't built your own website. Guess what? You really don't need one. Your profile on the Tarot Guild site is fully customizable, and we'll give you a link, yourname.thetarotguild.com, and even an email address if you want it, yourname@thetarotguild.com, a professional email address. All that for $1 a month. I kid you not. Go check it out over at thetarotguild.com. Just trying to think. There's so much going on. I can't think of everything else, Mary. Let's go to the phone line.
I was going to say that.
Oh, go ahead.
There's also a lot going on the air too, and I wanted to let everybody know, since it's the bottom of the hour, just what we have coming up on the Psychic Talk Radio Network. So our next show is going to be tomorrow, Sunday, October 10th, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. It's the Magic Universe Show with your host, Sharona Rapsick. She's going to be talking the Magician card and the Boho Pixie deck, which is gorgeous. The Boho Pixie Tarot, I love it. And Sharona's own creation, a beautiful new colorization of the classic writer Wade Smith. And she's also going to be doing free tarot mini readings and open lines all show. And then after that, on Monday, October 11th, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, it's the Wisdom of the Soul show with your host, Janice Fuchs. And then Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, Spiritual Guidance Radio with angelic channel and healer Catherine Hahn, who will be giving free on-air guidance. And then Dax and I will be back next Saturday, same bat time, same bat channel, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, with another episode of the Tarot Today show. And our host is going to be Sharona Rapsick to talk about this deck of hers. So we'll also be doing free tarot readings as well. And it's just going to be a fun week on the Psychic Talk Radio Network. To keep up with everything going on and see that list of upcoming shows, you can find that easily by going to psychictalk.net/upcoming. What do you think, Dax? Pretty cool week coming up.
Oh, yeah. We got so many interviews coming up. We got, Luna Charlotte. We got Deborah. We got Brenda. Brenda did the one of the Halloween Learn-A-Mon decks, and she's going to be doing a workshop for our premium members. The premium membership that I just mentioned, that's $1 a month. $12 for the year, you get all these workshops for free from these deck creators and authors and teachers that we bring on the show and do interviews. And we've got a bunch of them lined up, and just so much. It's just incredible. This final quarter of 2021 is just absolutely amazing what's happening. So now we're going to go to the phone lines. If you haven't gotten into the queue yet, do it right now, 714-816-4628, so we can be sure to get to you. Let's see, who's been waiting the longest? It looks like area code 256 is the very first caller. Are you there, 256? What's your name? Where are you calling in from? Hello, area code 256. Okay, we're going to put them back on hold. If you're just realizing, 256, get ready because we'll come back to you. And we're going to go to area code 917. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling in from?
Oh, hey. My name is Stacy, and I'm calling in from New Jersey.
From Jersey?
New Jersey.
Stacy. Awesome.
Yeah, she's calling in. She's a Jersey girl.
A Jersey girl. What do you want to talk about today?
Okay. I have a legal matter. I just wanted to make sure that I'm on the right track with everything.
Are you on the right track?
Outcome. Yeah, just make sure that I'm on track with everything, and if there are any messages that I should know.
Okay.
Okey-doke. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, you're definitely on the right track. Got the Sun card, the Lover's card, the Six of Cups. 6 is a number of success. The Lover's card is card 6. Again, success. The Sun card, 19. 1 plus 9 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. New beginnings. Yeah, it's definitely going to happen. Now, things are a little slow going at first with the Knight of Pentacles. But then, once you get through the initial part of this, then the Knight of Swords comes in and things speed up with the whole situation. Yeah, but it's looking really, really good. Mary, do you have any extra insight besides what I got?
It's interesting because it's a legal matter, but I'm seeing a lot of cards talking about emotions. Okay, so maybe it's an emotional legal matter.
Me too.
It's almost like it could be related to family even. I've got the Empress and the Ten of Cups coming up here. And, but basically, Ten of Cups, Ace of Cups, Three of Cups, the Empress card, and we went with the Two of Pentacles. So here's what I would just like to say about all of this for you is I think I'm in complete agreement with Dax. I think you're on the right track. I think it's going to, the real trick for you is going to be balancing your emotions around it, When the Two of Pentacles comes up, that can be a card of fluctuation, and we can have our sort of ups and downs. And so, the Empress card is about nurturing and self-care. One of the many things that she's about. But so I want you to kind of make sure that you're doing that as you go through this process, the taking care of this situation. Just remember, okay, what can I do to kind of balance my emotions? What can I do to kind of feel okay? And that answer is going to be different for a lot of different people, but really the easiest way is to just, if you start to feel like your emotions are going up and down, take a few minutes to yourself. If you can, go outside, look around, pay attention, have some mindfulness of just being in the present moment where you're okay and everything's just fine. So just do that if you start to feel that kind of fluctuation I'm talking about. Maybe you won't. That would be great if you don't, but it looks like it's emotional. So that's what I got.
Okay, that's for the family. Okay, that was something separately, but
yep.
Yeah, it's two different things versus the business and then the family next. The family, I let it go because my father is helping me with it at the same time. So he told me to do what I need to do legally and don't look back.
Great.
Awesome.
Great.
Well, thanks
so
for
much
calling
for
in,
calling.
Stacey.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend there. We're going to try that area code 256 in a minute here. Yeah, I got that 6 of Cups, and I was thinking that too about the emotional aspect, and it's known as the nostalgia card, and family and past events and everything coming to the surface. Interesting.
And it's great because her dad's telling her don't look back, and you get the 6 of Cups. How perfect, huh? Yes.
By the way, if you want to talk to us off air, maybe you don't want to air your dirty laundry, live on radio to tens of thousands of people, or maybe you just want more than the 2 minutes we have to spend with you on air, you can always book a session with Mary or I. You'll find Mary's page on the PsychicTalk.net website. It's PsychicTalk.net/Mary. I'm at PsychicTalk.net/Dax, and you can book a session with us, a private one. Let's see if that 256 area code is ready here. Hello, area code 256. Where are you calling in from, and what's your name?
My name is Kimberly, and I'm calling from Georgia.
Hi, Kimberly.
Oh, it's Kimberly from Georgia. We talked to you before, didn't we?
Yes, about a month ago. Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm well. How are y'all?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Well, yeah, good. Doing really good. What do you want to talk about today?
I really want to talk about career. And what I need to do next step.
So what is your next step? Is that the question pretty much?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And this is, to like further your career, right? To kind of move forward. Okay. So
what I'm doing right now. I'm presently looking for some new opportunities.
Okay.
Okay.
Looking at that, well, yeah, you should be looking for new opportunities for sure. And look, I also think, really examine it. The last card, the outcome position, the future card here is the Hermit card. So the Hermit, when he decides to do something, it's because he's contemplated it. He's taken his time. He's really thought it through. And, the things to consider with this, too, is that we have the Eight of Wands overlooking everything. That's often a card of things happening pretty quickly. So the Hermit is saying, again, like the card of the day said, take your time, slow down, and I think this may be because there might be a moment where you feel like this is all of a sudden speeding up this process, of taking that next step. And because opportunities coming your way, the Six of Wands comes up, the Chariot card comes up. I feel like, one, you're going to make the right choice that's going to lead you forward. Great to have momentum like that with the Chariot card, but it's also saying like strategic, when you choose, like say the next company or the next people that you work with, you want those to be sort of strategic partnerships. That's part of what the Chariot is saying here. And so I feel like this looks good, but it takes the time to really sit down, clear your head, like the hermit does. He's that man on the mountain meditating and has all this wisdom. You have that wisdom within you, and you just have to, breathe in, breathe out, and really look at the options before you and say, what is the best strategy? As the Chariot's saying, like, let's go. We're ready to go. This is probably coming up pretty soon in your life. Maybe by the end of the year, start of the next year. But use some strategy. So it's really going to be someplace you want to be, doing what you are interested in doing or happy to do or can, excited about. Let's be excited about taking that next step forward. That's the Six of Wands, it's excitement, it's recognition, it's appreciation. Where are you going to be appreciated? And I do have the King of Cups here, and I feel like, is this giving us a hint? Is this maybe somebody that would hire you or that you would be working with? This is just, a kind of a little clue there. The King of Cups could be a water sign. He doesn't have to be. And really, are you going to ask, when you're interviewing, hey, what sign are you? Maybe. I don't know if people do that. I have never done that. Okay, so I just haven't done that. But this is somebody sensitive and feeling and good, The only thing you have to watch out for is sometimes our water sign men occasionally, can be a little touchy-feely, can, kind of pout occasionally when they don't get their way, but they're lovely people for the most part. Let's see what Dax is getting. Maybe he's got even some more insight.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit more, but I'm just going to do this real quick because I think it's just in alignment with mostly what you said, Mary. We start off with the Five of Swords, which is a card of defeat, loss, failure, negative thoughts and attitudes. This is in the past. This is a situation that you want to move away from. And then we've got the Hanged Man, which suggests a slight delay here. Now, that's a good thing because like what Mary was saying and what's coming up in my cards, it's all about spending more time thinking about this, not just, is there going to be an advancement in my career, but, focusing on what do you want that advancement to be. And remember, with the Hanged Man, this is not a person that's been hung. This is a person that has hung themselves upside down on purpose because they're looking at the world now 180 degrees upside down from the rest of us to get new insights. And that's what this delay is for. So you take the time to do that. The main focus card is the Nine of Wands. It's a card of eventual victory. And the main thing here is that it's telling you already have all the skills and abilities that you need to advance in your career. But right next to it, the very next card is the Ten of Wands, which is traditionally the card of being overburdened. So what's going on here is the tarot is giving you a hint saying, okay, you got too many irons in the fire. You need to focus on one thing so you can make the progress that you want to make. And then the very last card is the Two of Pentacles, change. Could be a little bit of a juggling act. Do you have balance in all the areas of your life? But the main thing is this card is saying, yes, it's going to happen, imminent change, and it's also the timing card, and it's a 2 card. So anywhere within 2 weeks to 2 months, this shift can happen for you, definitely by the end of the year.
Okay.
Does that help you out?
Yes, it does. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Thank you both very much.
Oh, thanks so much for calling.
Kimberly.
Have a great weekend.
Let's see, who else is out there? I think we have time for another call or two. And by the way, if you jump on right now, we might actually get to you. 714-816-4628. That's 714-816-4628. If you're listening live right now, jump on, press 1 on your dial pad as soon as you get through, and we'll see if we can get to you. Let's see. Area code 801. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello, this is Charlotte, calling from Utah.
Oh, it's Char. Utah.
It is. I was just chatting in the room about my stinky unicorn.
Your
AKA
stinky
my
unicorn.
My goat, who is really not a goat. He told the animal communicator he was a unicorn.
I love that.
Oh, that's great.
And then to prove it, he broke one of his horns off.
You're kidding.
No.
Uh-huh.
It didn't hurt him, what he broke off. It didn't hurt him. So all the goat lovers out there, he's not got a, it didn't hurt him. It didn't break off clear to the stump. It just.
but it's just, too coincidental.
Yeah, it's,
And there are no coincidences. I love that.
No. He told the animal communicator. It was actually is it Julie Ulrich? Is that her name that Sharona had on? And
she's
both.
Fabulous.
He told them both that he wasn't a unicorn and that he had found his way into my life to help heal me. And he's doing a pretty good job.
Yeah.
He's just like the sweetest guy ever. He's just super stinky right now because this is his, time of the year to be stinky. That's how we attract all his girlfriends.
We all have that, don't we? Do we all have our time of the year to be stinky? Okay, maybe not. Maybe not.
Well,
maybe just
it's funny though. It's funny though. I was just going to remark that I don't know if you noticed, Mary, but Charlotte's tone sounds a lot better than the last time we talked to her.
It does.
You sound happier.
Goat medicine's working. Yeah, goat medicine's powerful.
I've had for over a year, so it's not like he's new. It's just I was laughing about it because Jason brought it up in the chat room that I had a unicorn, and but things are better. Things are. They're better and they're worse and they're, they're just life. But the reason I called, one, always to just tell you guys, great show, but two, next week is going to be kind of a stressful week. I have to go to court because of said animals, and then I also found a physician that I think is going to take care of my knee problems. So, and it's kind of been it's been a tough thing trying to find somebody that I can get that will actually, do the procedure. So I have a consult with him on Wednesday and court on Tuesday. So I'm just like, what are the cards looking like? Is it going to be a positive week or a super stressful week?
Oh, by the way, in the chat room, Jason says, "Can you put deodorant on him, or is that too weird?"
I know. I was just answering that question when you pulled me online or onto the phone. So the answer to that is no, because oh gosh, I was trying to avoid having to talk about how he gets stinky, but male goats pee on themselves, and they actually will kind of reach back and pee into their mouth and then just let it dribble down their beard.
Wow. You heard it here first on Psychic Talk Radio, folks.
This is why I don't have animals, you know.
You know, somehow it gets all. What?
Mary, you never know what you're going to hear from Charlotte when she's live on air.
She's killing me here. She's killing me here, Charlotte. I do want to say one thing though. If you look up now, we had a wonderful guest in the past. Bernadette King, who has a wonderful website called What is My Spirit Animal? We're going to have her on again. She made the most beautiful animal tarot and oracle combination deck. And what she says about goat is when goat jumps in as your spirit animal, it's time to take a more sure-footed approach to things. So those things that you have coming up, that crazy, crazy week that you've got coming up, one foot in front of the other, you know, one foot in front of the other. You put one foot down, you put the next foot down, and you don't look at it as I'm overwhelmed. Next week's going to overwhelm me. It's like, no, I'm going to walk through it. Now, when goat comes in as a totem animal to you, it's about having the confidence to keep climbing. Keep climbing, right? That's a climb that you got coming up next week. And when anytime you want, you can call in goat as your power animal when you need help getting unstuck. Mountain goats climb up and they could be on a ledge, and it's like, how are they going to get down from there? If you're feeling that sensation of like, how do I get down? I need some help with this. It's time to call in the goat and be willing to ask for the help that others in your life can provide you. But that's really my message for you. So let's see what Dax has to say.
Mary, remember, it's a very special spirit animal because it is a uni goat.
Wow. Yeah, it is. He does identify
a unicorn goat.
He identifies as a unicorn.
As a
goat that identifies as a unicorn. There's a message in that too, right? I mean, imagine, what do you what's your alter ego? Maybe you're going to call in your alter ego, Super Charlotte, or whatever that looks like. Are you a unicorn? Are you going to, be able to, find the truth in the matter? That's what this is. Beautiful thing about unicorns, right, is that I think that it's about purity, actual truth of things. There's wonderful mythology of unicorns all over the planet. In the East, in the Far East, it was thought of like, the unicorn can tell you who's lying and who isn't. A unicorn knows the truth. So, think of those things as your goat in this life on this earthly realm identifies as a unicorn. That's kind of like maybe that's the goat's higher self. Call in your higher self to help you get through the week next week.
That's
and anytime, really.
Good advice. It is excellent advice. It's just sometimes we forget that we can do that because we're too caught up. I immediately put myself in the submissive position, and that's a lifelong habit of, Anyway.
I was already getting scared when all the humans started to, everybody's deciding that, now I identify as XYZ, but now we got the animals doing it. This is getting crazy.
Yeah.
This is getting crazy. Let me tell you.
I was a unicorn too, so I don't know.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah. And we got some more callers coming on, so I want to see if we can, maybe squeeze in another caller or so. So let me go through this just really, really quickly here. for you, Charlotte. I the main focus card is the Six of Swords, and 6 is a success card. And, that's a lot of swords, So the only thing that's going to hold you back this week is if you think too much about it. Don't overthink everything, okay? And, the Two of Pentacles, which we had in the very last, with the very last caller, going back to that, imminent change, but it's positive change, and a little bit of a balancing act. You got to kind of balance things this week, but you are letting go of some things, emotionally and health-wise. You're letting go of those things with the 8 of Cups. 8 is also the number of abundance. So this is looking really, really good, especially because it's followed by the 3 of Cups, the card of celebration. So after this week, or sometime during this week, you're going to be success. I think you're going to succeed, and you're going to be celebrating your successes. It looks really, really good. Now, both the tarot gives the 6 of Swords, which is a card of slow, steady progress. But to reinforce that, it brings in the Knight of Pentacles, another card of slow, steady progress. So it's kind of, telling you, hey, it's not going to be overnight success. It takes time to heal, and to not get frustrated mentally. Remember, going back to, that's the only swords card, is that 6 of Swords. And, if anything's going to make it a stressful week, it's your own thoughts about it versus what actually is happening. What actually is going to be happening is good stuff, and you're actually, 3 of Cups, you're actually going to be able to celebrate at the end of the week. And then you can call us on Saturday and tell us we were right.
Yeah. Celebrate good times. Come on.
There you go.
Exactly.
Well, thanks for calling in, Charlotte, as always.
Yeah, well, thanks for the advice and the fun.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Have a great weekend. Really have a great weekend before all of this gets going. Do something for you.
Yeah.
Self-care.
Yeah, love you guys.
Self-care.
Love you. Bye, Charlotte.
Say hi to the Unigoat for us.
Yeah,
oh, gosh, who's been waiting the longest? Yeah, the Unigoat. I think she said the name, but I can't remember now. But we're just going to call it the Unigoat. Next week, we got to remember to ask her about the Unigoat. Let's see. Area code 440. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from? Area code 440.
Hello, my name is Patricia, calling from Ohio.
Hi, Patricia. Oh, Ohio. Really close to PA. That's where Mary and I are from. Yeah.
Oh, never visited. I have to put that on my to-do visit list.
It's fun.
Hey, I visited Ohio. You should at least visit Pennsylvania.
Me too. Yeah, what's up with that? I guess I was more neighborly than the Ohioans.
Yeah. You were even closer because you were on the other side of the state, right? You know, Mary, you were Pittsburgh.
Area.
I was, Philly. Yeah. But I think everybody in their lifetime should at least at one point in their life travel to Pennsylvania, go to Philadelphia, go to the art museum, climb up the steps, and do the Rocky thing. The hands in the air. Da-da-da, yeah.
I would argue that they should take the incline, go on the Three Rivers, go see a Steeler game. But it's that Pittsburgh versus Philly thing that is always going on. But what do you want to talk about, Patricia?
Eagles.
I'd like to find out, should I obtain I'll start freelancing, freelance writing. What else? And I mean with the content copywriting, that end of it. And, of course, I'm doing my other end of my writing my songwriting and my other writing, but the marketing writing, but also start preparing myself, speaking and, listening and getting some instruction. Should I hire a business coach and obviously a person that I can model who's doing similar to what I desire to do, or should I go through these SCORE, where you get some guidance you get a mentor?
The Service Corps of Retired Executives.
That's another state, though.
SCORE. SCORE is great. I went through SCORE when I created my first coffee house. And, we're going way back to the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. And SCORE is great. The Service Corps of Retired Executives. It's a great resource. It's free. There's that aspect of it. I'm getting the Hierophant card. And, this is definitely a card that indicates that kind of thing, mentorship and learning. The Hermit is even more that way, whereas the Hierophant, higher learning, and it's a card of ritual and routine and academia and established tradition and established organization, government, that kind of thing. I think it's leaning more towards SCORE from that angle, whereas if I had gotten the Hermit, depending on the surrounding cards, it would have been more indicative of a success coach, business coach kind of thing.
And I'm going to
Yeah.
I'm going to use the SCORE offices in another state that I'm going to be relocating to, not here in Ohio.
Yeah, that would definitely be the way to do it. That would definitely be the way to do it. Cards like the Wish Come True card, the Nine of Cups, the Sun card. You can't get a better card in the spread than the Sun card showing up. It looks really, really, really good. And by the way, it doesn't have to be an either-or thing here. I'm getting the feeling like you start with SCORE, and then if you feel like you need even more guidance to keep on track to your goals and so forth, then you hire a business coach. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Let's see what Mary's getting. What are you getting, Mary? Well, for one thing, I'm also getting the Sun card. So, wow, that's wild.
There you go.
Yeah, very good. Very good, very good. The Knight of Pentacles comes up here, and as we were telling the last caller, card of slow, steady progress. But also, the thing that I sort of like about the Knight of Pentacles is like, he's looking at a pentacle. He has his eye on the prize, So I think really what it's saying is, like, regardless of both, this route or that route, I think it's a journey for you. And so it makes sense to me what Dax is saying about you might start off with one thing and then later hire a, business coach or something. And the big message I'm getting is keep your eye on the prize, because the Five of Pentacles, or the the Knight of Pentacles is right there. Right above it is the Five of Wands. So what that makes me feel like is that there's going to be competing ideas and interests. You could get distracted, because I think once you are, starting on this path and, getting involved with, other organizations, other people, that kind of thing, they can distract you from your goal and kind of take you in different directions, not on purpose necessarily. They're not trying to distract you, but I think you're going to see a lot of things sort of open up to you. The Sun card, when the sun shines, we get to see everything, We can't see it at night so well. We can't even see it in moonlight very well. But the sun reveals everything. And so I think, like, you got to keep your eye on your goal, have your goal defined as best you can, as specific as you can, and don't lose sight of it as you're making this progress. You're going to be making progress. This looks good, to me. But that's what I would say is the key of the cards I'm getting.
Good. Encouraging.
Well, good. I'm glad. I don't want to discourage you. I'm glad that. Yay! Thanks so much for calling, and you got to, call back, later on as you've, progressed, on this path, and let us know how you're doing, and we can always take another little peek at it and see if we can provide some more insight or encouragement.
Thank you very much. Have a awesome weekend.
You too.
You too, Patricia.
Bye-bye.
Awesome. So we're going to try to squeeze in one last call here. If we don't get to your call today, remember there's a show tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel, 11 a.m. Pacific, and that's 1 Central, 2 p.m. Eastern. These are U.S. times, and then if you're in UK, it's like 7 p.m. And it's Sharona Rapsik with Magic Universe. So just remember, you go to the same link. It's just going to be chat.psychictalk.net. It'll take you right over there. Area code 919. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from? Hello?
Hello.
What's your name? Where are you calling from, hon?
Savar from North Carolina.
North Carolina. How do you say your name again? Savar?
How are you doing?
Great.
I didn't catch it. Mary, I didn't catch your name. How do you say it? Savar?
Suvar. Yeah.
Suvar.
Wow,
I
got it.
That's cool.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's such a cool
what do you
thing.
want to chat about?
Well, I've just been I've been very frustrated as far as the progression of manifestation in the past, decade. So I didn't know if you would be able to, I guess, allow me to see something that I'm not seeing, because I feel like I'm just on the sidelines and I'm watching everybody live their lives. And my manifestation, I do what I need to do. I know the principles. Mentally I know it, but it's just not, I'm not feeling it. And I don't know if anything is coming to you where it's just a small little nudge in the right direction. So I don't know if that's a full plate or not, which I apologize, but
No. I missed the beginning. I missed the beginning there. I got the whole end part there, but what's this in relation to again? Because I'm sorry, I was in the middle of a message in the background here.
So what are you manifesting?
What's going on again? I'm sorry, I'm totally lost here.
This is where my head is every day. I want to manifest things in my life, and I feel like I am attempting the principles with manifestations, yet I don't see it in fruition. I meditate, I do yoga, I morning, night, visualize, and I've cleared my chakras, channeled, at least attempted to, but not. There's just a block, and I don't know.
I get it.
I get it. What I'm doing.
Yeah.
Right. Should I say so?
I don't know if anything is coming to you where it could be like, a light bulb moment.
I got something. Okay? It's all about balance. Now, I don't mean balancing your chakras, and I don't mean, look, I listen to what you're describing, and I'm like, oh, sister, I know, I've been there. I do that stuff, and then, but also, I do know that I've got to define what it is that I want to do, like, so, and what I want to manifest in my life. And then I've got it doing is like kind of tuning the guitar, putting you in this perfect condition for things to take place. Now you just got to dial it in. Call it up, okay, career. I would like to do this, or I would like to make this change, or I would like to improve this relationship. And then you've done all the great things to tune the guitar, and now you got to figure out what song you're going to play, So that's the thing, the balance about it. Also, guess what? You're doing such a good job tuning your guitar. Don't worry about everybody else. The Five of Swords comes up and says, like, it's weird. I'm doing all of this stuff, but this kind of, it feels a little unfair that all these people that aren't doing things to make it happen are having things happening. What's going on with that? And what that is like we're not focused on us. And got to bring our energy back. Bring the energy back to yourself. Call in those pieces that you're sending out and that's looking around at what everybody else is doing. Bring it back to you and says, you got to focus on me because I want to make stuff happen. So that's the message I get. And let's see what Dax has to offer.
Oh gosh, can you give me a couple hours on this?
Yes, stay on the line.
Yeah, just hold on the line here. Oh God. Okay, trying to make it short and sweet. Short and sweet, because we hear this all the time. It's like it's not manifesting. And look at these people over here; they're not doing anything, and it's manifesting. What the heck? Well, it's because they're without even. It seems effortless for them, and what it is because they're not overthinking it, and what they're doing is they're just getting in the feeling state of what it's going to be like when they have what they wanted to manifest. They are already there, and once you have a little bit of success, it gets easier and easier because you manifest something and then you're on to the next thing, and you're just like, okay, wow, this is great. And, the energy and the emotion goes up and you're able to translate that because, emotion is the fuel of the law of attraction. And you're able to get into that feeling state easier and easier as if it's already here. It's like, okay, this is it. I'm going to manifest this, and it looks like this, it smells like this, it tastes like this, it feels like this, and it just happens. When you first when you first talked about what you have been doing up to this point, I was a little lost there, remember, and then you had to come back and repeat it. And when you did that, I instantly had this gut feeling like, oh, okay, so Savar's doing it all, and like Mary said, tune the guitar and going through the motions and everything like that. But I just get this feeling that you're not as clear as you think you are about what you want to manifest. Another aspect of it is that you may be trying too hard, and another aspect could possibly be that you're trying to manifest too many things at once, and you have to have a really, really clear visualization on this. It's like, oh yeah, I visualize every day and yeah, but yeah, are you really? Do you really have a crystal clear? Because when I talk to people and pull cards, I often find out that they're not really as clear as they think they are, and a lot of their focus is not on what they're trying to attract, but they're sitting there and their focus goes back the other direction. It goes to what they haven't manifested. It goes to the negative. It goes to the lack. And so they keep drawing more of that in. So the tarot, what it gave you was the Hermit card, which is basically saying, you're doing all the right things, and it's telling you, okay, go back and do it again. Go back to the meditation, go back to the visualization, and he's shining his lantern of wisdom there, that focus. Get it really crystal clear what it is you're trying to manifest. And then remember, those are the three first steps, the clear visualization, the fuel, the emotion, which is feeling what it's going to be like when it's already manifested, and bringing all five senses in. When I say visualization, I'm not talking just seeing it in your mind's eye, but also feeling it, smelling it, tasting it, hearing it. What's the whole enchilada? And then the third step is passion. Passion, it kind of blends in with the emotional part of it. The passion aspect is why? You got to have a good reason. You have to. It can't just be I'm visualizing. I want to manifest X, Y, Z. I can feel what it'll be like when I have it. But then I don't have any reason. I don't have the passion there. It's like someone that comes to me and says, "When will I get married?" I'm like, "Well, do you want to get married?" Are have you established this and actually put the intention that yes, this is the goal, or is it just I want $1 million? That's why people have trouble manifesting dollar amounts, because it's not the $1 million, it's what the $1 million will buy. So it's very difficult to have passion for a pile of money, which is just a representation of the transfer of energy. So you have to get all three of those in alignment. And then the final step 4, is to actually take action in the physical realm. And that's the one that most people miss. They do all of this, mental work on it, because all those three steps happen, in the physical body, in the mind, and the spirit. They don't take any action. You can contemplate your navel and hope that you manifest the Maserati, but it's not going to show up in your driveway unless you go down to the dealership and take a test drive, and do some kind of action in the direction of what it is you're trying to manifest. Get the ball rolling, and then it'll snowball. So I don't know if any of that helped you out.
Yeah, the step-by-step. Well, both of you are very accurate. It is like, the unfairness that you mentioned, and what you mentioned was the not basically thinking that you know everything, and by visualizing, and then getting to the end result and not knowing what you really want. The focus is not there, and that's very both statements spot on, completely spot on. So that does help clear a lot of the noise out. Now, my last question is, how can you feel something where you haven't experienced it?
Dream it, baby.
Well,
use your imagination. Yeah. Feel it. It's like you watch a movie. Yeah, with your imagination and feeling it, like you're creating your own movie in your head, starring you being the most amazing donut maker or whatever. I don't know what you want to manifest, but donut maker doesn't sound very amazing, but somebody has to love doing that. It's like
that sounds delicious. Yes.
It does. I'm hungry now. but whatever.
I was thinking more of a baker, but
yeah, that would be better. That would be a nicer dream, probably. I'll let Jack.
And there's another way. Yeah, and there's another way I'll throw in there. Let me give you this though before you go. Is there's actually two ways to do that. One way is obviously what Mary just said. You visualize it, But yeah, there are people that say, well, yeah, but how do you feel that or visualize it or hear it or anything along those lines when you haven't experienced it yet? Well, there's another way to go about it, and it's two things. One is what I was saying at the end there about taking action in the physical world. So you're trying to manifest the Maserati, but you have no clue. Well, you go down and you test drive the Maserati. Now you know what it sounds like when you close the door, when the engine starts. You wrap your hands around the steering wheel. You look at the instrument cluster, and you're looking at the upholstery, and you're outside walking around. You're able to get a real tangible feeling and bring all the senses to bear, because you're looking at it and it has the new car smell, and you're hearing the engine, you're hearing the doors close, you're touching the upholstery, you're getting all the five senses involved. Now, of course, this is an example. So whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, you have to figure out a way to experience it. Okay, so someone wants to manifest a coffee shop. That just popped in my head because I mentioned that earlier about my first coffee shop and SCORE, with our last caller. And what I did was I went to coffee shops and I hung out and I met the owners and I talked to them, and they told me what it was like to start, open, function, and run a coffee shop. And they took me on tours of the back rooms, and the storage area, I went and physically experienced it. And no matter what it is you're trying to manifest, there's going to be a way that you can do that. And I don't know what it is. You have to figure that out on your own. Okay, how can I physically experience this? You want to manifest the beach house on the shore? Okay, well, you take tours of beach houses on the shore. There's going to be a way that you can physically experience it and then bring those five sense feelings and smells and sounds and sights and everything and touch. You can bring it into your visualizations that you do at home. The other thing is the feeling part of it. Well, what about if I've never felt or experienced this? And 98% of the time, that's hogwash. We've all experienced something equivalent to that feeling. So what you need to do is you need to go back in your past and find a time when you had that same emotion, that same feeling, success, or whatever it is. It's like, well, I want to manifest a wonderful presentation at my next board meeting. Okay, we'll go back to the time when you graduated college or high school and you felt, accomplished, and you were standing up there and receiving your diploma, and all your family was looking at you and everybody was applauding. And you can find something in your past for almost everything that's an equivalent emotion, an equivalent feeling state, and just take yourself back to that state. And then once you can do that, you bring that into your visualization along with the five sensory input that you got from going out and physically somehow experiencing what it is you want to manifest. Does that help?
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, that I just thought of scenarios in the past where I'm just like, yeah, victory right there, victory. So
victory.
Yeah.
And that's what people forget.
Yeah.
That's what people forget about all this. That it thing is, and they never talk about this in The Secret or in a lot of the other conversations around the law of attraction and manifesting, is they don't talk about it's actual work, folks. You don't just sit in your lazy chair and contemplate your navel and what you want shows up at your front door. It doesn't work that way. You have to actually do all of these steps, do all of this work where, and it's work, and most people aren't willing to put that in, and that's why they can't manifest. Now, the people that it happens to, and it's unfair that it happens instantly and easily to them, is because they just so easily can put themselves there where they know exactly what they want, and they're able to create the 5 sensory visualization around it, and boom, it just happens. For the rest of us, it takes a lot of work.
Okay, yeah, that's so profound. I think everything that you've just stated is just like steps that I'm seeing within a pathway right now. Mm-hmm. So thank you so much, both of you, Mary and Dr. You guys are brilliant.
Well, thank you for the question, because and remember, this has helped a lot of people that are listening right now. It's not just for you.
Oh, yay.
It's for everybody listening out there. They can follow the same steps. And the other thing is the best way to combat if you're focusing on lack, folks, is to do these steps. Is to continuously bring yourself back to focusing on what you want to attract, not what is not there.
Shift the focus.
Yep.
Thank you both. Thank you. Bless both of you.
Samara.
Thank you. I definitely love listening to you guys. You know what you know, and that's just a beautiful thing all the time.
Thank
Enjoy
you so
the rest
much.
of your weekend.
You too. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yep. And
Bye.
we hope you'll listen again. Call in again to tell us what happened. I hope we get a success story out of that, Mary.
Yeah, I love success stories.
Yep. Wow, great show. Lots going on. Make sure make sure you're dialed into our social media. Join the website, thetarotguild.com, our Facebook group for Psychic Talk Radio, our Facebook group for the Tarot Guild. You can find me on Instagram, and Mary, you can find us on LinkedIn. You can find us on Twitter, and, connect and see what all's going on, because we got a lot of great workshops and interviews and all kinds of stuff coming up. So go check that all out and connect with us. And you can connect with us, in between shows as well. Yeah.
Here, there, and everywhere. That's where we're at these days. But
thanks, Mary.
Thanks, Dax.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody, for listening. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Good night, John Boy.
Good night, Mary Ellen.